Two senators introducing a bill that would give sweeping protections for in vitro fertilization, or IVF. Alabama Senator Katie Britt and Senator Ted Cruz co-authored this bill that would cut off any state that bans IVF. This comes after Alabama initially stopped IVF treatment, a decision that has since reversed. Joining us now are the authors of the bill, Alabama Senator Katie Britt and the only conservative senator from my beloved home state of Texas, Ted Cruz. Welcome to you both. Senator Britt, ladies first, I want to start with you. Detail the bill and why you think it's important that it be made into law.
Yeah, so obviously you referenced what happened in Alabama with the Supreme Court ruling and that kind of having a chilling effect on IVF throughout the state. And as that happened, I had a number of women come up to me, talk to me about their IVF journey, some of which were in the middle of those procedures. And I believe that we're the party of life, and I believe that we're the party of families. And so making sure that we protect IVF and protect that moving forward was critically important. And when you hear these women's stories, these couples' stories, these family stories, it tugs on your heartstrings. And you know that we have so many beautiful children across this whole country that wouldn't be here if it weren't for this process and this procedure. And so Ted and I wanted to make sure that that was protected moving forward.
Senator Cruz, as Senator Britt just articulated, conservatives are very concerned with life. They value life and concerned about the human beings that are being created, though, in the in vitro fertilization process. What protections are on the bill so that viable human life created through this scientific process isn't simply flushed down the drain?
Well, this bill leaves those decisions as it is right now, currently, to the states. And what this bill says is that no state can ban in vitro fertilization. And it says that because in the wake of the Alabama Supreme Court decision, I think there was enormous confusion, there was an enormous fear. And as Katie said, I think IVF has been a miraculous technology for helping parents that desperately want to bring a child into the world become parents, helping them become moms and dads, helping them welcome a little girl, a little boy into their lives. And it's transformational. You know, Chris, the numbers are astonishing. 2% of all the births in America come from IVF. There have been over 8 million babies born through IVF. And I think IVF is a powerfully life-affirming technology, helping parents. We both have a lot of close friends who very much wanted to be parents and who needed IVF because they couldn't conceive on their own and they desperately wanted to be parents. And so what this bill does, to the best of my knowledge, every single senator agrees with that proposition. I believe all 100 senators, Republicans and Democrats, support IVF and are committed to making sure it remains legal. What this bill does is it puts into federal law that this is a right you have to have access to IVF. And so there's no risk it will be taken away, no risk it will be banned. And part of why we introduced this is because there's a lot of deliberate fear-mongering, I think, by Democrats and by a lot of folks in the corporate media that are trying to scare people and suggest that the mean old Republicans are going to ban IVF. That would be a terrible idea. And we're introducing this legislation, and we're fighting hard to get it passed so that everyone can know it's protected in federal law, their right to use this technology to become parents.